Well, it looks like I'm nearing the end of Mark of the Ninja. At least from what it seems to like from the walkthroughs and wikis and all that. The return. You know what you must do. Confront Master Zai.
We're almost there. When you meet your friends, your master, will you be ready?
A great ninja walks a tight wire between daring and caution. Pay attention to your surroundings, but never be afraid to take chances. I should see what I can unlock now.
Here we are. I don't think anyone will be pleased to see us.
Alright, so I need to get my equipment. And apparently she's following me around here for a little bit. What's with all the spotlights in a ninja area?
There's the secret entrance. Remember the key. Hidden in light, shown in shadow.
Anything up here, I wonder? I'm not seeing anything. No secrets thus far. Crap. There we go. Visually, The Return is my favorite level. The art was really fun to put together because there were so many new elements to design. We created completely new art for the subways and the clan's hidden areas, and got to creepily distribute the hallucination effects throughout the space. The opening of this level is so great, the sky is swirling with inky patterns, and no one's around. Then you creep into the old tunnels, through these traps, and start seeing melting faces on the walls. I love it. Alright, there we go.
We've used these tunnels countless times to sneak out on missions. But this must be the first time anyone's used them to sneak in.
Throughout the production, we always planned to gradually add hallucinations to the environments, but they were one of the last things to be added to the game. I had an idea of how I wanted it to look, but the final level went through so many iterations that it was difficult to make any decisions. I was worried that adding in creepy faces to the background was too cliché a device to represent someone losing their mind. I'm glad they ended up being part of the game design instead of just a thing in the background. Despite the fact that they aren't real, they are part of Ninja's reality. Making the guards and the puzzles part of hallucinations makes them part of the player's reality. As well, the final world was really fun to make, and all new tools that were added to the level editor helped that out. It's great to have programmers who can give you the tools you dream up.
Are you alright? Are the hallucinations getting stronger? You have to be careful. You may start to see enemies who aren't even there. And if your mind thinks you've been shot, your body will believe it.
Kill all enemies. The subway trains stress the auto system to limits performance-wise. I couldn't have designed a better worst-case test if I had tried, and I had. Many moving and constantly updating sounds for the trains and other effects in addition to regular sounds, like footsteps combined with lots of tight, zigzag tunnels, all in a relatively small area. This area prompted its own round of optimizations and fixes required to cope with the amount of stuff going on here. There we go. We didn't want the only enemies in this level to be stalkers, but I also felt it didn't make any sense that you return to your secret ninja HQ only for there to be all kinds of normal guards there. Why would Hessian be working with the clan when they just assassinated Karajan and its leader? So instead, we opted to have the guards transform into dead ninja when they are killed. The notion being the tattoos are causing the ninja to hallucinate, and mashing foes were instead merely his terrified kin. The effect is pretty subtle, and I'm not sure how many folks noticed it, but I hope it was rewarding for those that did. In some games, this mode would be a big reveal, with dramatic music and cutscene or something, but I wanted this to be subtle and restrained, and let the player's reaction to it be organic, versus something formed by the game's representation. After the game's release, a writer at demarysue.com wrote a great piece about her reaction to this, so I hope it was similarly effective for other folks that noticed this. Oh, I can't actually kill anyone yet. I just want to hit this light first.
What happened to the light? I heard something.
Alright, let's go this way. Where am I supposed to go here? Oopsie. Yeah, I can't hit the tracks, else I die, obviously. Alright, so I can actually stay above this to avoid being hit. Pistol Joe.
Before we go any further, you'll need weapons. Old Tyra always kept plenty on hand at the top of the watchtower.
So I got stalkers to worry about. So regular ninja and, you know, stalkers are what I'm basically fighting here. Midway through the development of the game, we decided to introduce civilians as another goon type that was non-lethal, but very alertable, and it wasn't long before they were scrapped. Rather than waste all the animation work we had done, we decided to skin the civilian and use that build for the other ninja buddies in the game. Hence the term civilian ninja was coined, and seemed fairly apt as they kept getting offed in the later levels. Also, if you observed a ninja in the very first level ringing a bell, he still was the red color belonging to the civilian character build. So, remain undetected until you recover your equipment, stealth kill free hallucinations in less than 15 seconds, and stealth kill from a hiding spot after moving into it with serenity. Those are my seals. There's my stuff. How am I supposed to do this? Oh, okay, I have to get this thing to, move. That's how you do that. So...
Good old Tyra. Even in death, you never let us down. Now we must find Azai before they find us.
Alright, well. Self-kill free hallucination in less than 15 seconds. Have to find some hallucinations to kill, I guess. Or you know what I really want to kill? The stalker. I'll fight a stalker at some point. Oh, whatever. Let's go this way, I guess. So a couple stalkers over there. Indirect kills for the win. Let's kill that thing.
This area is crawling with stalkers. It might be safer to duck into the subway tunnels and sneak past them.
Guess that's what I'll do. Whoopsie, went too fast. And if I just glance down there, I'll get killed. Good to know. Crap, where'd I go here? Oh, it's down. Down I want to go. Alright, into here we go. How do I turn this on? Is this just really buggy? Or what's going on here? No, that's right. I just have to take it off the thing. don't want to go near that.
Must have been okay. Where is it? No satisfaction.
It's funny because the guards here, they can't actually get up here because, you know, they're guards, they're not ninjas. Now, this could be a good place to kill a bunch of guards in 15 seconds or less. Okay, this is gonna be a leap of faith, so to speak. I think this is where I can leap to, but... Stalkers are everywhere. This might be a good place to do the stealth kill. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, if you look at this, this is a dead ninja right here. Earlier, we imagined the second half of this level would be a big dramatic chase, where you're following Azai through Hizumo Joe. This didn't really work when we implemented it though. One, as soon as the player feels time pressure, they feel rushed and start making mistakes, and it doesn't encourage the kind of intentional, thoughtful gameplay we wanted. And two, it made the encounter of Azai very adversarial, where we really didn't want him to just feel like the bad guy. Instead, we just used the old training room as a pseudo-climax and made the time pressure about staying undetected instead of moving quickly. That's what they want to do. What's in here? Traps. So spear traps or something in this game. I wonder if I can hit her with spear traps. However, should rush the stalker. I want to kill these guys. Let's do it now, I guess. I'll take an indirect kill. So, rushing these guys is difficult because they'll detect you before you have a chance to get up too close to them. Because they're, you know, ninja. You know, I have to say, I haven't seen a whole lot of,
We're back. Not much of a homecoming, is it?
I haven't seen a whole lot of artifacts or scrolls, so I guess that's to be expected.
At this hour of the night, he must be in his garden.
So finally confront his eye.
Hey! It's him! Don't let
Oh.
him get away.
Let's try not be detected. Oh, we got elite guards. Interesting. Hallucination.
Did I hear?
Let's break those.
This light. This place is full of strange noises.
Sorry, Ninja Man. I guess it's the way to go. More hallucinations.
Do you hear something?
And there's what an actual ninja looks like when you know, have him in the light.
We haven't set foot in here since we were students.
It's funny how you can hide a ninja body. But whatever.
Do you remember this test? The statue holds the lever tight, and you have to find the release.
The final training room represented the climax of the player's skill of hiding and moving, but also the climax of the AI navigation tech. The patrols for the stalkers in this room exercised almost every special case we had for pathfinding. Once they were able to navigate effectively around this room, we knew they could work in their other levels. So we got stalkers and stuff. Ow. So yeah, that's just a death trap. I'll turn on a light somewhere, I guess.
Hey!
Well, let's see if I can do that a little bit better. It might be easy to kill these guys. Or, you know, I could take out the light.
Oh, hold on. Do you hear that? What is this? Nothing. Must be magic tricks.
I wonder what this is doing. Oh, it moves this thing. So I have to get both these lights to move. Well, I know what I'm supposed to do now. Hallucination. Not sure if you guys are noticing it, but I'm noticing a few of them.
What is that over there? Nothing. Guess it was nothing.
Alright, so how am I supposed to do this? He's got a wide angle, so... Oh, you know what? I think I guess I have to point that one. Oh, he detected me there for a moment. Uh-oh.
This is part of the test, too. The doors will open on their own after a few moments. Just hold on. We know you're in here. It's open. Get out of there.
These are said and done.
There. Noise. There.
Oh, I did that wrong. Yes, they can go in events, I can go in events.
It's open. Get out of there. Quiet.
That was lucky.
He's still nearby. It's him.
I do want to try and get this, without being undetected, so I'll keep trying. So yeah, she briefly looks in there.
It's open. Get out of there.
Let's watch the power and get going. Okay, where am I supposed to go here? Out in this direction, I guess?
Now
Outside
nothing
garden.
stands between us and Azai.
Alright.
Welcome home.
What, that's this it? Well, whatever. I almost got the score here for this, that's cool. Oh well, I didn't get any scrolls, apparently there were scrolls.
Put down your sword. I am not your enemy.
You risked our lives and our clan, all to hide your failure.
Who are you listening to? Have the hallucinations grown so strong? The voice you hear is temptation. It is trying to trick you, to turn you against us, to lead you into madness. You must not let it.
I've never lied to you.
You swore an oath to save the clan. Sacrifice yourself. Reclaim your honor, and you will give us a chance to survive.
The clan gave up its honor, its guts, and its pride. It's not worth saving.
I will leave you to make your decision. Take our ancestral blade from its shrine, and come when you are ready.
Alright. The original design of this level had you choosing between Azai or Aura early on, which would then follow you into a series of challenges. If you chose Aura, there would be a series of surreal challenge room-esque levels where you're chasing Aura until you finally catch her. With Azai, he would drop a smoke bomb, and you would have to chase him through a larger building area until you finally reach a room where he was sitting drinking tea and resigned to his fate. Ultimately, we found the end with gameplay tone just didn't work, and we opted with something slower and more deliberate. War or real denouncement. I think we all love how it turned out. I know I do.
The clan bows its head in shame, as it should. After we kill Azai, we must cleanse the rest of the clan. None of them have any honor. They called him Azai the Measured, but Azai the Fallen will be his legacy.
The final level to us culminated in what the game is ultimately about. That all of us make decisions based on limited information, without full knowledge of the consequences. Having the ending not tell the player what ultimately happened past their immediate action was a hard decision, but ultimately was in service of this. We didn't want the player to know more information than a ninja, otherwise they could simply reload and choose the correct answer. The point for us is that there is often no correct answer, and you have to make choices based on whatever you know, however limited that is.
This is the shrine of our ancestors. I wish we could hear their advice.
What do these levers do?
When you finally face Azai, don't let me down. He needs to pay for what he has done.
Let me tell you the story of the ink.
Early on, the team floated the idea of commissioning a song to use in a memorable way at the end of the game. And ideally, it would feature a Japanese singer. I found Yamataka, Sonic Titan, in a feature on Pitchfork.com, and their debut episode won us over. This Toronto-based band describes themselves as a psychedelic, non-wave opera group fusing noise, music, metal, and pop folk music into a multidisciplinary, hyper-orientalist cesspool of East meets West culture clash. In other words, a perfect fit. We commissioned the song Mark and Blade and used it as a soundtrack to soundtrack the surreal final sequence of this game. Alright.
I'm here to help you. Rule number 1, don't get...
Yamataka, Sonic Titan, wrote us a great song that we used here in the final level. This really helps set the level apart from the rest of the game. I ended up spending quite a deal of time balancing the elements and time of this level. While there aren't a lot of elements, they need to be perfect in their delivery. It needs to sound good when you walk straight through the level, but also if you pause along the way. I always liked how the soundscape of this level turned out.
Killed.
Look around. The flowers have been dead a year, maybe more.
You picked the wrong guys to rob, Sensei.
Where is he?
The final level was designed so many times. There was always a plan to do some custom pieces of this level. I painted many. I threw them out. The actual level that is in the game didn't take long to put together. It just took a long time to get there. Jimmy really wanted it to feel stark, and it was his idea to use the plain white background. I had always been playing with the idea that this was a culmination of the ninja's insanity, and so I was pushing forward the hallucinations to be added. I think that doing something totally different to the other hallucinations worked well to highlight the deeds of the ninja throughout the game.
Is he gone? They say you can drive you mad, but I've never seen anyone live long enough to find out.
So yeah, I'm slowly being driven mad.
You and I, we've always been together.
Throughout the game, we tried to introduce the cases that Aura and Azai were make. Should Ninja go along with the dishonest plan in order to save what's left of their clan? Or does Azai's dishonesty give Ninja an excuse to leave and save his own skin? Neither choice is right, and we spent a lot of time trying to balance them out. In fact, we were worried that almost everyone would just side with Aura, especially because it meant they wouldn't have to give their own lives. So you could kill him or you could kill Aura. So yeah, I just committed seppuku in the end. There's Mark and Ninja. You know, I have to say that it was a good stealth game in a lot of elements, but I felt it was kind of a boring game, actually. And you know, I find this with a lot of, like, say, artsy type of games like this. Like, I play, like, you know, Transistor, I trade Braid. A lot of these games, they have some good game mechanics in them, but the art really, you know, it's just whatever. It's art. I can't say I've never really big fan of art. Art's supposed to make you think, but I don't think it really makes me think. I just like game mechanics, really. There was some good game mechanics in this game, though. And that's something I take away from this game, the game mechanics. These guys also did an art game called Invisible Ink. That's basically like sort of like a roguelike, isometric game. It's got a lot of stealth to it as well, much like, you know, this one did, with, like, you know, light cones and stuff like that. But, you know, that's basically what the game's all about. Stealth. I'll probably replay the, you know, the final mission to perfect it. I'll try and look for the scrolls, kill 3 guys in 15 seconds. Maybe I'll do a episode, you know, for all that as well. I will say this, though. I like the idea that, in the end, you basically choose, like, you know, to succumb to your madness, or essentially, like, you know, kill yourself. You have that option, I guess. Now, here's a question. I wonder, will they make a Mark of a Ninja 2? Clyde Entertainment. Speaking of, you know, sequels, there's actually a game, Dishonored. I actually played Dishonored already on my channel. I might do Dishonored 2, that's coming out soon. Dishonored 2 is basically like, you know, a sequel to Dishonored 1, where basically you're taking on, you know, your, I guess it's like your guard, your royal guard. Or you take on the princess this time around. Might be fun to, you know, jump into that type of gameplay again. Though I'm not sure. Basically, like, you know, the stealth in that game, Dishonored, was really, really good. In, like, you know, a first-person sort of way. I suppose it's a mediocre, you know, waste of time, this game here. Yeah, that's what I'll say. This is a mediocre waste of time. Not terrible. Not bad. Not good or great. Just mediocre. And yeah, so many credits. This feels like I'm watching a movie screen. I'm not sure I exactly like the idea. They should have sped this up a little bit, I think. Though it goes to show that Clyde Entertainment's not like some small studio. They're actually fairly, you know, big at this point. And I've done a fair amount of games at this point as well. Looks like we're almost done the credits. Almost. A game by Clyde Entertainment. Alright, so New Game Plus. You have unlocked New Game Plus. You may start a new, more challenging game, but keep all your gear and upgrades. Enemies will be deadlier. Sound rings will not appear, and you'll have a hard time seeing what's behind you. So basically, New Game Plus is like, you know, more advanced, like, you know, Mark Plus game, kind of like, you know, Gunpoint or Ronin had their, like, advanced games. I guess this throws you right in the back here, so that's kind of annoying, but whatever. That's basically Mark of a Ninja, and I guess at this point what I might want to do, I might want to show off Dosen's Tale, because that's kind of interesting. And I can show off what Dosen's Tale was all about. Well, whatever. This is it for the main game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.